Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my Diecast life. My name is Lee, and today we're gonna have a look at my Honda Civic EG hatch collection. This is not all of them. I just got pretty much an example of each one, and then a couple of my favorite Poprace EGs. They currently make the most EGs and the most varieties, so I got an example of each one. Each one of these is slightly different than the next one. Yeah, we'll check them all out, and you guys let me know which one you guys think is your favorite, and which one of these manufacturers you think makes the best EG. I'll leave it up to you guys. You guys can comment down below and let me know. All right, let's check it out. We're gonna talk about the first EG that I got. So the first EG I got, it was actually before, I guess you could say it was before I even started collecting. I was just browsing around on Kijiji. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are familiar with that. It was like before Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, and I was just looking at Honda stuff, and these two EGs popped up from Tarmac Limited Vintage Neo. Um, they were it was a red one and a blue one. Obviously, this blue one right here, and my red one I have in my case. Again, I didn't want to bring them all out. Just give you guys an example of all these EGs for the last years I've been collecting. So yeah, this was my first one, along with that red one. Very nice. Tarmac has the suspension, has the authentic wheels. You can obviously see the 90s hubcaps there. You got your lens headlights there. You got your lens tail lights. Well, those rims are hubcaps because this is a SIR, isn't it? Let's see here. Yeah, it's an SIR, so maybe those are actually rims, right? It should be rims, no? Gray interior, very clean, very well done. Like Tarmac Limited Vintage, you're looking for you're looking to get something that's very accurate to real life. And again, it has a suspension, so it's a little bit of a bonus, fun. So this is a very, very stock example. And this was the first one I got, so I was very happy with that. Then I started collecting. Hot Wheels didn't have one at the time. I don't have a Hot Wheel up here because it's not really to scale. Hot Wheels obviously has to like figure out how to make it go down the track and how it's gonna fit in a blister. So some things that are a little bit smaller tend to be a little bit bigger, and some things that are a little bit bigger in real life tend to be a little bit smaller. But roughly they're around 1x64. But these guys are all 1x64, so they're all the same size, which I like. The next Civic that I ended up getting, next kind of brand I got a bunch of other Tarmacs, but the next brand that I picked up was Ignition Model. Yeah, so this is very nice. This reminds me a lot of the Pop ones, because they all got the same kit, the Pandem kit on there. Ignition Model is really nice. Price point is quite expensive. The Tarmac one, if you were to get this, like let's say not aftermarket, these are actually went up quite a bit in price. The original EGs from Tarmac. The newer colors, you can probably pick them up for like $40, for $45, something like that. This is gonna be like $75. So just keep this in mind. It does not roll either. It does not have suspension. It's kind of just like static. And it's, I believe it's resin and it's not die-cast. But you can see by the details, very nice details. And at the time, there was nothing really out there that was like, this crazy amount of detail. Like Tarmac Limited Vintage does a really good amount of detail in regards to stock, but yeah, definitely kick it up a notch with this one here. And at the time, 5 years ago, this is This was beautiful, and it still is. But Poprace is definitely caught up, and we're gonna check that out in a second. We're gonna compare those two. So the next one I picked up after that was a Hobby Japan. So this is going after that stock look too that Tarmac does, but I think the rims look a little bit big on this guy. They do a good job overall. Definitely don't do as good a job as Tarmac Limited Vintage. I think Tarmac Limited Vintage just hits it right on. This one, looks all right. The rims don't move. Well, they move, but they don't. It doesn't. The car doesn't really roll that good. This one actually rolls pretty good for the brand, but yeah. So this is Hobby Japan. We're looking at about $40 for this guy. From afar away, they look relatively the same, but I like the rim size on this one better. It looks more accurate. This one looks a little bit exaggerated almost. Overall, both of them are quite similar, so, and they're pretty much around the same price. But I would probably get the Tarmac. But you guys let me know. You guys let me know. I don't want you guys to. And then I got this one. I think this is a street weapon. What is that? What it is? I don't know. I bought like a couple pieces off this brand. I have never really seen too many people carry it. I got them on eBay. But they made some nice pieces. Like this Spoon EG is very nice. I believe it used to have a tow hook on the front, and then it fell off, and it's on one of my tow trucks right now. So it's just kind of there. It was like one of those what do you call those things? There's it's like a print, like a metal print almost, and then they just kind of like glue it on. But it's okay. Doesn't take away from the model. But you can still see the back tow hook there. Yeah, this one's nice. Does it roll? Yeah, it rolls nice, decent. I wouldn't say nice, but it rolls definitely decent. If you put like a good amount of pressure, it's not gonna really like roll when you just push it. But yeah, this one's nice too. Okay, now for the main attraction, the Poprace. Okay, first we're gonna the Poprace makes a variety of the Pandem kit. Like this one has no hood. Give you guys a quick example. This one is exactly like this Ignition model one, with but besides this one has an opening hood. That one obviously did not. But this one has the same amount of like body kit, aero parts and stuff like that. And then it goes into like this one where I think the biggest difference is going to be the wing. It gets into like this more race aggressive wing on the back of it, as far as I see the differences here. Yeah, the other aero bits are kind of the same. And then we get into this guy, which has the crazy wing, and it also has these little things here to help hold down the bigger front wing on the front here. So it has that where this one does not have that, because it has a smaller one. So this one's like all out, full out race, has the full out aero. This one's like there, this one's there almost, and then this one is like just kind of like you're racing with your buddies. And then this one's for the street. So those are the Poprace ones, and they all have the same engine bay pretty much. So we'll just have a look at this one, and you can see, you know, they got the valve cover, they got the tow hook, they got not the tow hook, the strut bars there. They got the carbon intake there. Some of them are different colors. So this one I believe has a red one. There you go. They all look great. Definitely will compare how great with the most expensive one here. This one is the $79 one, and this one is like $22. Okay, $23, $24, something like that. Somewhere around there. So in the 20s and then in the 70s. Okay, so let's have a look. We'll compare the front end first. have a good look. Okay, so just like I'm not going to take away from the little hood gap because the Poprace has an opening hood. I'm not going to take that away from Poprace, just like I'm not going to take away the fact that the Ignition model has clear corners and clear headlights, just because that could be just a style that this person chose to do their car that the Ignition model is modeling it after. So this one has the more traditional amber corner lights. But you can see the kit's pretty much exactly the same. Even where the fog lights are, everything is exactly the same. They both did an excellent job, it looks like, on the front end. On the side here, and the Ignition model, you're going to see more of the kit just because it doesn't have like a livery over top of it. Okay, where the other one, you can see it has a livery on top of it, but you can see the kit on both. Little bit of like the rivets along the kit. Yeah, very well done. Both rims look perfectly nice. Different style of rim. Obviously, one's more race aggressive and the other one's more show. But they both have like a rear. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna see if they if this one has any brake calipers. This was the brake setup. This was really before that kind of stuff actually came out, I believe. So no, this one doesn't, but it does have something in the back though, to like not make it so that it goes right through. Oftentimes I see a lot of Mini GT. They don't have any brake system in the back, and sometimes they don't have put anything in the back, and you can see right to the other side, which is kind of weird when you're actually looking at the car and it looks like that. It looks more like a wagon wheel, right? The Poprace also has something along the back as well, so which is cool. You know, if they're not gonna put that extra money into it and get that braking system in there, then at least have something in the back there to block it off. Makes it look a little bit more realistic. So the sides, I'm going to call it the even money, basically, on the sides here. They both have a little tampon on the window, too, as well. And you can see the roll cage through the windshield, through the side windows, I mean. And in the back here, let's put it right there. Yeah, so the same thing. The tail lights on the Ignition model is just one color, which I could assume that maybe that's the look that they were looking for, and then the other one's more traditional with the white backup and the turn signals amber, and then you got your red brake lights on the back lights there. The only thing that looks like it's a little bit different is the Poprace actually colors in their exhaust silver, where the Ignition model just didn't bother doing that at all. You can see the exhaust type pit there, but it's not painted. Somebody could argue that it's like more painted. Looking at it like in real life, it's like, could it be painted more like a realistic color? I don't know. It's very small. Not a big deal either way. I think they both look great in the back here. On this side, it's pretty much the same, right? It's the same as the other side, so no big deal there. Now, where it differs is that the Poprace actually rolls, and this one does not. This one's all die-cast, even the bottom here. It's all die-cast, so if you like die-cast, this might be a better route for you. And I don't really see the advantages of this being resin versus this being die-cast. Like, I think Poprace did a really good job with the details. That this really can't say that it's doing that much better. Even the interior, we didn't look at that yet, but I wanted to show you guys obviously you guys know this one has an opening hood and this one does not. So opening hood, it rolls. The details on the inside, this one has a little bit different colors, like the red of the roll cage, the red fire extinguisher, and the black seat. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. This one is just all black inside. It doesn't have a fire extinguisher or anything like that. It's just all black. The seat's black. The roll cage is gray, maybe. Yeah, maybe like a lighter gray. Other than that, yeah. So which one would you pick? $79 versus $22, right? So this is how far a Poprace has gone in regards to detail. I wanted to show you guys. I love the EG. I had an EG myself. Mine was actually K-swapped. If you don't know what that means I took out the original motor that was in it. It was a little D-series motor, and we put in a K-series motor from like an Acura RSX or a Honda Integra if you're in Japan. It was a K20. Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I ended up selling it, and I miss it. But yeah, the EG will forever be one of the models that I really, really love. And I think Poprace is doing a really, really good job. I know they're coming out with a stock version of the EG soon too as well. So that's gonna really complete the family here. So you got your basic one, right? You got your one that's a little bit more race, right? And then you got the one that's a little bit even more race, and then you got your one that's like full out race with all the splitters and all the big arrows there, right? And then you know, you still got your Tarmac here, you got your street spoon version, and you know, we'll even throw into Hobby Japan, right? Hobby Japan, and you know, Hobby Japan, I think they got to work on they're rolling a little bit. An ignition model, there's no point. Just get the Poprace. I think the best stock one is still gonna be these guys, right? Yeah, and then just get the rest of the Poprace. And I can't wait to see the stock one of the Poprace. I'm gonna definitely compare it to this guy here. Yeah, I love, as much as I love the race ones, like full out race and stock. I love them both. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think of all this EG. Do you guys like EGs? Do you guys like Hondas? What other kind of cars do you guys want me to bring together in my collection? Like, would you guys like me to do Ferraris, Lambos, certain kind of Mercedes, trucks? I don't know. You guys let me know. I have a variety of cars. I don't have a crazy variety of cars, but it's pretty big. And I can always bring a little group like this together to show you guys and compare and maybe help you guys get started your collection in a certain way. You know, if you're looking to get some EGs, which one's the best one, right? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys commenting and liking, interacting with me. I always try to reply back to you guys. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.